Hello my friends. You've probably heard your doctor talk about aspirin, statins, or pills to lower blood pressure. They have their place, of course. I've been in your exact position, listening and nodding along. But what if I told you that the deepest, most powerful protection for your heart doesn't come from a pharmacy? What if I told you it's hiding in your kitchen, overlooked and costing just pennies? This is something the big food companies and the pharmaceutical industry hope you never discover. Because once you know this truth, you take back the power to control your heart health. That truth is hiding inside tiny seeds, gifts from nature that most of us simply ignore. Clinical research has shown stunning results. One study revealed that the number one seed we'll uncover today can lower blood pressure more effectively than a brisk walk every single day. Another was proven to help clean arteries naturally, something many believe only surgery can do. So the question is, why isn't this front page news? Because it's simple. It's cheap. And it works. Today, we're pulling back that curtain together. I will reveal the 7 most powerful seeds to protect your heart and control blood pressure, ranked from good to the absolute best. Stay with me until the very end, because the number one seed will genuinely shock you, and I'll show you how to combine them into a simple formula to protect your heart every single morning. But before we begin, I'd like you to take a moment. Share in the comments below, what worries you most when you think about your heart health? Is it a sudden chest pain? Or the numbers on the blood pressure monitor? There are no wrong answers here. We read every single comment because we're here to build a community, a family supporting each other on this journey back to health. Now, let's get started with number 7. Alright, let's begin with seed number 7. But before I reveal its name, let's listen to a quiet conversation your body might be trying to have with you every single day. It's that sudden leg cramp in the middle of the night that jolts you awake, forcing you to rub your calf. It's that tension in your neck and shoulders that you just blame on bad posture. Or perhaps it's that vague feeling that your body is always like a tightly wound string, constantly on edge, almost ready to snap. My friends, that isn't just getting old. Those are distress signals from your vascular system. It's a sign that your arteries, the highways that carry life through your body, are having to clench their fists just to push blood through. That is the beginning of high blood pressure. And here is the good news. There is a relaxation mineral that can help release that tension. It's called magnesium. Imagine magnesium is like a gentle key, sliding into the lock of your blood vessels and giving the command, relax. It acts as a natural calcium channel blocker, helping your artery walls soften and allowing blood to flow with ease, taking the pressure off your heart. A meta-analysis of numerous credible studies confirmed that getting enough magnesium significantly helps to lower blood pressure. And our seed number 7 is one of the richest, most natural sources of magnesium on the planet. It is the pumpkin seed. These small green seeds may look simple, but they are a tiny nutritional powerhouse. Just a small handful can provide a significant amount of magnesium, helping you start the healing process from the inside out. But here is the most important part, use them raw and unsalted. Roasting at high temperatures can destroy the precious oils and nutrients. The best way is to sprinkle a small handful over your morning oatmeal or your lunch salad. It will add a pleasant, nutty crunch, and more importantly, it will be silently helping to protect your heart. This is the first step on our journey. A small but powerful step. I'd like to ask you something very simple. If you've ever felt that tension in your body that I just described, and if this explanation makes sense to you, please comment with the number 1 below. Just the number 1. So I know that we are listening to our bodies together. Now, get ready for seed number 6. This next one can help extinguish the silent fire that is damaging your arteries. I want you to imagine, with me, an old house, a house you've cherished your whole life. From the outside, it still looks strong. The paint might be faded, but the walls stand proud. But what's happening inside those walls? The water pipes are quietly rusting. The electrical wires are slowly fraying. There is damage that the naked eye can't see until the day it causes a major failure. Our bodies, my friends, are very much like that old house. And there is a silent damage, a fire that burns slowly within that most of us are completely unaware of. Medicine calls it chronic inflammation. I call it the number one enemy of a healthy heart. This fire doesn't cause pain. It doesn't give you a fever. But it silently rusts your arteries, day after day, making them hard and brittle. It is this very fire that creates arterial plaque, that dangerous debris that clogs the flow of life and is the root cause of heart attacks and strokes. But just like any fire, it can be put out. And nature has given us an incredibly effective firefighter. It's called vitamin E. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant. Picture it as a team of brave firefighters, patrolling inside your blood vessels, finding and putting out the sparks of free radicals before they have a chance to become a raging fire. Studies from the most reputable national health institutes have linked a lack of vitamin E to a much higher risk of heart disease. And this silent firefighter is found in abundance in our seed number 6. It is the sunflower seed. Yes, those familiar sunflower seeds. But once again, the secret lies in how you use them. Choose raw, unsalted seeds to preserve the full power of the vitamin E. Just a quarter cup each day provides your body with nearly 80% of the vitamin E it needs. For my friends who may have dental issues, here is a fantastic little trick: you can grind them into a fine powder and add it to your morning smoothie. The nutrients remain intact. When you eat these sunflower seeds, remember you're not just eating a seed. You are recruiting an entire army of firefighters to protect your most precious house from the inside out. Did this story of the silent fire make you pause and think? Did it make you see your body in a different light? If it did, please let me know by commenting with the number 2. Just the number 2. So I can feel that we are connecting on this. And now, be ready. Because next, we will meet a seed that can take down two of the toughest enemies, cholesterol and high blood pressure, at the very same time. There's a moment I believe many of us have experienced. It's the moment you're holding that piece of paper from the doctor's office with your blood test results. Your eyes scan past the series of complex terms and figures, but they stop on two familiar lines: cholesterol and blood pressure. And a familiar sense of defeat washes over you. You've tried to eat healthier. You've walked more. You've followed the doctor's advice. But these two stubborn enemies, these two numbers on this piece of paper, just don't seem to budge. It feels like a relentless battle with no end in sight. That feeling of powerlessness. I know it all too well. What if I told you that nature has created a perfect double agent, a secret weapon that can attack both of these enemies at the same time? It isn't loud. It doesn't need to show off. It works silently but with extreme effectiveness from within. Our seed number 5 contains two unique compounds that science calls lignans and phytosterols. It sounds complicated, but just imagine them as intelligent guards at the gateway of your intestines. When bad cholesterol, LDL, tries to enter your bloodstream, these guards stand in the way and block it, escorting it out of your body naturally. At the same time, they also help to relax the blood vessels, contributing to lower blood pressure. A study in the reputable Journal of Nutrition showed that these compounds in the diet can actively block the production and absorption of cholesterol. They clean your system, silently and persistently. And that brilliant double agent is the sesame seed. Yes, those tiny sesame seeds that we see all the time. And here is the most effective way to recruit this agent: tahini. Tahini is a paste made from ground sesame seeds. In this form, your body can absorb all of its nutrients with ease. Try drizzling a small spoonful over steamed vegetables, or use it as a dip. It has a delicious, creamy flavor and is medicine for your heart. Or, even simpler, just sprinkle some toasted sesame seeds on your daily meals. Every time you add a dash of sesame to your food, know that you're not just adding flavor. You are sending in silent agents to fight the battle to protect your heart health. Is this battle with the numbers on a test result your story? Is that feeling of powerlessness familiar to you? If it is, please let me know by commenting with the number 3 below. Just the number 3. So we know that no one has to fight this battle alone. Now, take a deep breath. Because the next seed is even more powerful. It can solve a problem that so many older adults face, the fatigue and brain fog that comes after every meal. There is a thief. A very clever thief. He doesn't steal your money or your possessions. He steals something far more precious, your peaceful afternoons. The story probably goes something like this: you've just had a nice lunch. You settle into your favorite chair, planning to read a few pages of a book or watch a TV show. But then, he arrives. A fog slowly descends upon your mind. Your eyelids begin to feel heavy. The words on the page suddenly start to blur. You're not sleepy, not really. You just feel a strange and total drain of energy, as if someone pulled the plug without any warning. That is, the afternoon thief. And the real culprit behind him is unstable blood sugar. Every time you eat, especially starchy foods, your blood sugar shoots up like a roller coaster. And then, just as quickly, it comes crashing down. It's this crash that steals your energy and leaves you with that feeling of fatigue and fog. But this isn't just a story about being tired. This blood sugar roller coaster, day after day, is what erodes the tiny, spiderweb-thin blood vessels inside your heart and your eyes. It causes micro-damage that you can't feel until it's too late. Controlling it is a critical part of protecting your heart health. And to fight the afternoon thief, we have a silent guardian. A seed with a magical ability. It is the chia seed. When you put chia seeds in water, they don't just soak. They create a thick gel around themselves. This gel, once inside your stomach, acts like a clever net. It slows down digestion, flattening the sharp peaks of that blood sugar roller coaster, helping to release energy slowly and steadily. But that's only half the story. Chia seeds also contain a large amount of ALA omega-3s, a type of fat with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. So you get a 1-2 punch, stabilizing blood sugar while also putting out the fires of silent inflammation. This is a perfect mechanism to help lower blood pressure and protect the heart. But for this guardian to use its full power, there is one golden rule you must remember: always soak your chia seeds. Just 1 tablespoon of chia in a small glass of water, left overnight in the refrigerator. The next morning, you will have a gel-like pudding. Add this to your oatmeal or yogurt. Your body will absorb it perfectly. You're not just eating breakfast. You are building a shield to protect your energy and your heart from the afternoon thief. Do you recognize this afternoon thief in your own life? Is that feeling of being drained after a meal familiar to you? If it is, please let me know by commenting with the number 4 below. Just the number 4. So I know this message has reached you. And be ready, because the next seed on our list has an even more special ability: it can help your heart to breathe more easily. There's a feeling. It's not a pain. It's a disturbance. It comes suddenly, without any warning. An unusual thump-thump in your chest. Then that skipped feeling, as if your heart just stumbled. And immediately after, a wave of anxiety spreads through your body. You ask yourself, what just happened? Is everything okay? That chaotic rhythm, even if it only lasts for a few seconds, is enough to cause panic. Medicine calls it palpitations or a racing heart. I call it the cry for help from an overworked heart. Imagine your heart is a powerful engine, but it's trying to pump blood through paths, your arteries, that are becoming narrow. It has to work harder, beat stronger, and sometimes, it misses a step. It's not your heart's fault. It's a sign that those paths need to be widened. And this is where a miracle of nature appears. There's an amino acid called arginine, which acts as the raw material for the body to produce a magical molecule, nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as a messenger of calm. When it's released, it travels to the walls of your blood vessels and whispers, "Relax. Widen the path." And the blood vessels listen. They gently expand. When the paths are wider, the heart engine no longer has to strain. The pressure drops. The rhythm becomes steady and smooth again. And that terrifying feeling of anxiety disappears. This is one of the most natural and effective mechanisms to lower blood pressure and improve heart health. And this, messenger of calm, is found in abundance in seed number 3 on our list. It is the hemp seed. This is perhaps the easiest seed of all the ones we are discussing. You don't need to soak it. You don't need to grind it. They have a soft shell and a pleasant, nutty flavor. Simply sprinkle a tablespoon on your soup, your salad, or your bowl of yogurt. That's it. Every time you eat these hemp seeds, imagine you are sending out thousands of messengers to tell your heart and blood vessels. Everything is okay. Relax. You are giving your heart the gift of ease. Has that feeling of an irregular heartbeat ever made you feel anxious? If it has, please share that with me by commenting with the number 5 below. Just the number 5. So I know that you are not alone in that worry. We are now about to enter the top 2. Prepare yourself, because the next seed is a true warrior. It can fight on 2 fronts at the same time, high blood sugar and high cholesterol, the 2 greatest enemies of a healthy heart. In the old tales, there was always one monster more fearsome than all the others. Not because it was the largest, but because it had 2 heads, attacking from 2 directions at once. In our fight for heart health, there is a 2-headed dragon, just like that. The first head is named high blood sugar. Its breath is fire, the smoldering fire of inflammation that makes your artery walls brittle and damaged. The second head is named bad cholesterol. Its jaws are the arterial plaque that slowly clogs the pathways of life, forcing your heart to work in desperation. When these 2 heads exist together, they don't just add their power. They multiply it. This is an extremely dangerous situation, a war on 2 fronts that so many of us are fighting in silence. It can feel as though you've just put out a fire on one side, only to find the wall on the other side is starting to crumble. But even the most fearsome dragon has a weakness. And in nature's treasury, there is an ancient warrior, a seed that has been used for thousands of years in Ayurvedic medicine to tame this very 2-headed dragon. Modern science has finally caught up to that ancient wisdom. They have confirmed that this warrior can attack both heads of the dragon at the same time. It helps the body listen to insulin better, thereby calming the fiery breath of high blood sugar. At the same time, it also significantly reduces bad cholesterol, LDL, preventing the formation of that dangerous plaque. It is a total solution for a complex problem. And that ancient warrior, seed number 2 on our list, is the fenugreek seed. These small, golden seeds carry immense power within them. However, for this warrior to use its full potential, you must know how to summon it correctly. The seed has a slightly bitter taste, and this is the most effective method from ancient times. Soak 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds in a glass of water overnight. The next morning, on an empty stomach, drink that precious water and chew the softened seeds. When you do this, imagine that you are not just drinking water. You are drinking courage. You are summoning a warrior to fight for you, to tame the dragon that resides within. Is this 2-headed dragon residing in your life? Is this battle on 2 fronts with blood sugar and cholesterol your story? If it is, please let me know that I am not speaking alone by commenting with the number 6 below. Just the number 6. It is a signal of solidarity. And now, take a deep breath. Prepare yourself for the true champion. The most powerful, the most important, the number 1 seed that I promised I would reveal to you. We have been on a journey together. We've talked about firefighters, double agents, and warriors. Each seed is a hero in its own right. But in any great structure, there must always be a cornerstone. A stone so solid that it can support the entire building. In the world of seeds for heart health, there is a cornerstone just like that. And now, this is the moment we have all been waiting for. The most powerful seed. The most important. The number one seed. If you could only choose one single seed to protect your heart for the rest of your life, this would be it. It is the flaxseed. Perhaps you have heard of it. But I am willing to bet that you have never been told the full truth about its staggering power. What makes flaxseed the undisputed champion? It has two ultimate weapons. The first weapon, it is the king of plant-based omega-3s, known as ALA. Our bodies use ALA to create DHA, the very fat that builds our retinas and nerve cells. But for the heart, ALA acts as an extremely powerful anti-inflammation agent. But the second weapon is the real secret. Flax seeds contain a group of antioxidants called lignans. And this is what will astound you, flax seeds contain up to 800 times more lignans than most other plant foods. 800 times. These lignans act as the most elite guardians for the cardiovascular system. And science has proven this beyond a doubt. A major landmark study in Canada had people with high blood pressure consume flaxseed daily. The results stunned the researchers. It helped to lower blood pressure so dramatically that the report called it one of the most potent antihypertensive effects ever achieved by a dietary intervention. More potent than some medications, in many cases. But, and this is a critically important but. This is the secret that 99% of people get wrong, making their flaxseed consumption completely useless. You must grind them. I will repeat that. Whole flax seeds are almost useless. Your body cannot break down that hard, woody shell to absorb the precious nutrients inside. The seeds will pass right through your system. You must use ground flax seed. Buy it pre-ground, or grind it yourself in a coffee grinder. And keep it in the refrigerator to protect the precious oils from oxidizing. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, mixed into oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie. That is all it takes to activate this phenomenal power. Think of flaxseed as the captain of your heart health army. It leads all the other seeds, fighting on every front, to lower blood pressure, reduce cholesterol, and extinguish inflammation. It is the cornerstone. Did this information about flaxseed, especially the secret that you must grind it, surprise you? Did it give you an aha moment? If it did, please let me know by commenting with the number 7 below. Just the number 7. So I know that this crucial information has truly reached you. And now, you know the names of all 7 heroes. But how do you combine them in the simplest, most effective way? In the next section, I will share with you my Heart Shield Breakfast formula. Now, I know what you're thinking. Right now, there's a list in your head: pumpkin, sunflower, sesame, chia, hemp, fenugreek, and flax. And a very reasonable question comes to mind: Harold, 7 seeds. How can I possibly remember and use all of them every day? It sounds too complicated. If you're having that thought, you are not alone. And that is why I will not end this video with just a list. I am going to give you a tool. A plan. A simple formula that I call the Heart Shield Breakfast. This is how we turn all of this valuable knowledge into a simple habit that takes less than 5 minutes each morning. A habit that can change the story of your heart health forever. Let's start with a base, a bowl of warm oatmeal or unsweetened Greek yogurt. This is the perfect foundation. Next, add our non-negotiable cornerstone, 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed. This part is non-negotiable. Then, add 1 teaspoon of soaked chia seeds from overnight. This gel will help stabilize your blood sugar all morning long. Finally, sprinkle a small pinch on top, about 1 teaspoon of each, hemp seeds, sunflower seeds, and pumpkin seeds. And that's it. You see? Not complicated at all. With one simple breakfast bowl, you have combined the power of the top 5 seeds. You get omega-3s from flax and chia. You get vitamin E from sunflower seeds. You get magnesium from pumpkin seeds. You get arginine from hemp seeds. You aren't just eating breakfast. You are building a fortress to protect your heart. Every single bite is a brick, a layer of shielding, helping you fight against high blood pressure, cholesterol, and inflammation. Every morning, you are personally writing a new chapter in your own health story. Is this Heart Shield breakfast formula simple and easy for you to do? If the answer is yes, if you feel you can start doing this tomorrow, please give me a signal by commenting with the number 8 below. Just the number 8. So I know that we have turned a list of knowledge into a real plan of action together. And in our final section, we will talk about the promise for your future. Before we finish, I'd like you to do one last thing with me. Close your eyes, just for a moment. And picture yourself 1 year from now. A version of you who no longer feels that anxiety every time you check your blood pressure. A version who feels full of energy in the afternoon, instead of tired. A version that feels a sense of peace in their chest, instead of unsettling rhythms. That future isn't a distant dream. It doesn't depend on some magic pill. It depends on the small choices you make, starting today. It depends on the spoonful of seeds you put in your breakfast bowl. If you have watched this far, you have done something that 99% of people do not do. You have invested time in yourself. You are not a passive viewer. You are a leader in your health journey. You have understood that the power to change isn't in someone else's hands, it's right there in your kitchen. The journey to protect your heart is not a complicated one. It begins simply. With a spoonful of ground flaxseed, with a handful of pumpkin seeds, with a little care and love for your own body, every single day. And now, for the most important question. All of this knowledge is meaningless if it is not turned into action. So, what will your first step be? What is the one seed that you will start trying this week? Is it flaxseed for its all-around power? Or pumpkin seeds for their simplicity? Or chia seeds to fight the afternoon thief? Write it down in the comments below. Write it as a promise to yourself and our entire community. The first step, no matter how small, is the most important one. If these stories and this knowledge have meant something to you, please hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it. That way, you won't miss any of our videos on senior health like this one, and we can continue on this journey together. Thank you for your time. Take good care of your most precious house. Your heart will thank you for it.